Hi beauties, I'm back with another little quick tutorial. This is just going to be a really quick video on how I achieve colored brows. These are going to be a little bit more on the natural side in color, but you can easily switch it up for a more colorful red, blue, orange, any color brow you decide you want to go with. But as you guys know, I put my Milk Hydro Grip primer on the lids whenever I am prepping the skin, so that's just what I was doing before. And then I'm going in with this Benefit brow gel. I tried it in a makeup haul. I'm going to upload that later this week, but I was having some issues with editing, so I had to delay it. But I tried this product and I like the brush a lot, but I don't really care for the actual product. Now I'm going to go in with my loose translucent powder, and if I was applying like a very bright, bold eyebrow shade, this is the amount of powder I would use. But since we're going to go with a more natural toned down color brow, I'm only going to apply a little bit of powder. This is going to make sure that we have a very even and easy base to work with when it comes to the brows, and that there's no like little oil or anything left in the area. You want to be very dry. So I'm going to outline the brows with a pencil. This is the Ruby Kisses Go Brow Pencil in the color Auburn, I believe. It has a warm tint to it, so that's what I'm going to be using on the brows. As you can see by her hair color, it's not very bright, but it does have a tint of color to it, so I'm going to go in with a more toned down brow pencil and then add the color on top. Sorry if y'all can hear my background. They are shoveling the snow, and I'm sitting in my car trying to record. But yeah, I'm just going to keep filling in the brows using hair-like motions. I'm not using any super long motions. As you can see, I'm constantly picking up my pencil and going in upward motions towards the front of the brow to create hair-like strokes. Depending on the brow pencil you're using, you also want to make sure that you're not adding too much pressure, because we do not want these brows to get too dark and start looking blocky. That's another reason why we go in with the short motions whenever we are filling in the brows, just to avoid any type of, harshness in the brows. So I'm going to take a eyeshadow shade. This is a red and orange shade from the Juvia's Place Warrior palette. I believe this is the Warrior 2 palette, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm going with that orange and light salmon type shade that's in there. And I'm just applying that all over to the brows. As you can see, when you compare the left side to the right side, the color is going to be more orange. It's going to have that exact tint to her hair, and that's because we went in with more neutral base and added that eyeshadow on. So if I wanted her hair to be more red in color, but she had like a burgundy or something like that, I will go in with maybe something similar to this in brow pencil, and then add a red eyeshadow on top, so it'll have that tint but doesn't be too overbearing. So that's a little tip that I like to use when I'm going for a natural color brow. But if you were going for something bold, it kind of really doesn't matter. You would just go in with the same shade that you're looking for, and add that on top of the brow pencil to kind of seal it in and keep it from transferring as much. When it comes to adding the eyeshadow powder too, you want to make sure that you're using a very light hand. You don't want to add too much. And then also when you get towards the front, you want to kind of like just pat it and blend it as you're going along, so it kind of ombres on its own. So like I was saying earlier, I didn't really like the brow gel, so I'm just going back in with the NYX brow gel that I normally would use. And then I'm going to start outlining her brows and getting ready to apply eyeshadow. So I'm just outlining, starting at the arch to make sure that I am following her natural brow shape. And then I'm just going to blend it out with my concealer brush. I did go in with a different concealer brush because my other one was like acting funny. But I'm just applying that shade, and then I'm going to go into the front of the brow with a concealer shade that is a little bit closer to her foundation shade in the front. Once you get towards the front of the brow, one of the easiest ways to tell if your brows are even is to make sure that they line up in the center parts. So as you can see, the front part of the left brow is measuring up to where the concealer on the other part matches up. And that's exactly what you want whenever you're trying to see if they're even or not. Taking a fluffy brush, I'm just going to blend out all that concealer. And like I said in my last video, I pat any excess off onto my wrist to get rid of just moving around product. I don't want to just move it around. I want to make sure that I'm getting rid of any excess that I might have. And I'm also going to outline the top of her brows with the concealer, with the foundation shade that I plan on going in and using. By doing this kind of helps you to see if the foundation shade that you're trying to match them with is going to actually match their skin. And if you're going to do eyeshadow first before going in with the skin, you'll also see how the foundation oxidizes on them before you apply it all over the skin. So if you see that the brows are going to start looking, or the foundation is starting to look a little bit more orange, then you need to go in with a different foundation because you don't want it to oxidize too much on your client. And if you go in a little bit too much with the foundation, you can always clean it up with your brow pencil. Just make sure that you are wiping off any concealer that comes up on the brow pencil onto your hand, and then you just blend it out evenly, and this is the finished look. This is the finished look. I didn't record the full tutorial just because my camera's acting up, but thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.